It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got Desmond Ridder. There were no problems for him last week, going over 350 passing yards. It's the Rams and the Niners on EA Sports.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Now leading him out, a motivated rookie out of Kentucky. Fell to the early portion of the second round of the draft. It's Will Levis.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Levis to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Josh Palmer, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. You talk about this Rams defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a much-discussed 3rd rounder in last year's draft. The 2nd-year pro out of Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Back to Taylor on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Rams had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Ridder looking to throw on 1st and 10. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Ridder off the play fake. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. This defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Ridder from the gun. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Working from the gun, Ridder. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
I'm darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
That pass taken in by Burks. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Prater's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one and leads to 3rd down. 3rd down and 1. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Now 2nd and 5. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Open man, he's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. Well, they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Ritter now. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Throwing on second and long. Ritter. And he's going to go down again. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, 49ers. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Ritter back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. That is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Levis on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
A Ritter's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's 2nd and 10. Ritter. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams are once again back in front. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Levis sets up to throw here. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Off the play fake, Levis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's a diving catch right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Levis. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So here are the Rams to take over. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that loss week at the hands of Seattle. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Ritter. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Ritter will set up to throw it. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To the air again, it's Ritter. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you in the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. Levis to throw it. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Levis. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. The one final shot before the half. Here's Levis. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Ridder. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. A little juke. Look at those stick skills. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw complete there to Bateman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Ritter's throw is on target to Burks. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ridder again. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Ridder to throw it. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short. Ridder. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Rams first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. KaVontae Turpin now to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Levis now on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Levis back to throw. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 35. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, 49ers. Jahmyr Gibbs with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Ridder with another throw on second down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 3rd and 5. Ridder now. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. Levis to throw off play action. And it's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, 36 yards. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Ritter. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Levis looking to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. First down, here's Ritter. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Myles Garrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Ritter off the play fake. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on third down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. Since emerging from the locker room at intermission, he's looked pretty sharp, hasn't he?
He's running in this third quarter like he got the orange slices in the head.
Oh, yeah.
You remember
he got the orange slices, not the carrot stick.
Oh, boy.
There was always that mom, wasn't there?
There's always that mom. Wasn't yours, wasn't mine. All right, they brought the carrot sticks. But this guy, orange slices, and been reading the Surface tablet, watching the defenses, and he's made some nice adjustments.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Levis now off of play action. Pass taken in by his big tight end. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Akers is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this. Back now in Los Angeles. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Akers again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Back to throw, it's Levis. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jahmyr Gibbs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here is 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd down and 5.
Ritter back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give to Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Ridder will set up to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
There he goes left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Another run for Gibbs here. Taken down at the 30. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Levis out of the shotgun now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Rams are right back in this football game. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw, Ridder. That pass taken in by Burks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Ridder looking to throw on 1st and 10. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Meanwhile, Ridder's throw into the hands of Boyd. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. Another throw coming up here for Ridder. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of this season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they'll hold the blocks just a little bit longer.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And bulldozing his way through. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Hand off now to Gibbs. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll go again with Gibbs. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. And Gibbs has it. And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. Levis takes a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for San Francisco, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Southern California.